number 40 in his ranch. Set my works, I still drop 40 off the bounce. The block not rolling, and shorty gets a wax. The old shit cooking, and I'm larger from the stash. This the night, hawk in the Mac. Say you fuck for one time, but you talking the back.
Today it's week 3, and we've got a good news story between the Washington Commanders and the Kansas City Chiefs. As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Mahomes going to put it up right away. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. The sack by the linebacker, Jamin Davis. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
Mahomes going to fire this out wide to Hill. And he is going to lose yardage here. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Well, this defense for the Commanders, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them. And boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. On 1st down, Howell. The 20. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 33 yards that time.
That's a real nice job right there. Working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. A good run on 1st down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation. And they'll run again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. 3 tight ends up front here, 3rd and goal. try to run this one in. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. The defense stiffens to force fourth down following that first down gain of 8. Going quickly out to the right side. A great open field tackle that's going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. And he lost the football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. That's some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near. And you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this. We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. We're scoreless after 1. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. The Chiefs are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
to win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 10 more there and another first down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. And his kick here is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball.
Oh, Howe loses it. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. Now he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Howell throwing on first down here. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Powell to the air on 1st and 10. And he will find his man Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A gain of 32 that time.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling out to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
And Howe will throw it. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it, just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on his team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And he'll get this up awfully close to a 1st down, but by the looks of it, might be a yard shy. Now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now.
This an easy one, 23-yarder.
Sly able to put this one through.
And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And Hill will opt for the touchback.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. First down, Howell to throw. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. To throw again on second down, Powell. It returns it right back to Samuel. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Sly able to put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground. Oh, Howell loses it, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. To the opposite of what they envisioned when they left that locker room, a turnover on the opening drive of this 3rd quarter.
I like your identification there, because that's exactly what they discussed in the locker room before they came out on the field. Let's get the ball. Let's go down and score, put some points on the board, and feel good about it. Not an insurmountable lead, but definitely not how they saw it at halftime.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point. I see an extra defensive back on the field. A little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Here's Mahomes to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill with a milestone. Career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Chiefs are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. Extra point forthcoming. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
George Karlaftis, the man to bring him down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So here we go, fourth down. Howell. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Buying time to his left. He finds Wilson. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Chase Young able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We've still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting through.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. This one left side caught by Gibson. Finding room at midfield. And he's going to get this down inside the 40 before he's finally ridden out of bounds.
A huge play there for Washington. 44 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On first down, Howell. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
A third quarter action from Kansas City, 2nd down and 10. Straight ahead, Gibson.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders.
A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Commanders are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. One incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Throwing quickly to Wilson. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 45-yard line. 12 yards on third down as the drive rolls on. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Jamin Davis there to bring him down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. 30. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And they go play action with Howell. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Tariq Young, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Commanders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 75 yards. And the Commanders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. A tie game in the fourth quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
On first down, Mahomes steps away. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
Yellow.
Mahomes going to fire this out wide to Hill. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, 43.
Mahomes to throw it. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Trying to squeeze it in there at this stage of the game. Got to take some chances. Nice job to knock it away, though.
You're so right. Understanding where they are in the game, you got to take that opportunity and maybe thread the needle. Unable to get it done there.
Yellow.
Mahomes. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And now off to the races down the right side. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Powell on the QB sneak. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Powell on the QB sneak. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Oh, a quarterback sneak on second down. He will push his way down to about the 14. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And the slot man goes in motion left. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Well, they'll try and sneak this. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Only a yard on the sneak. He needed more than that. 4th down.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball in the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
And his kick is good. He knocks through his 3rd field goal of the game, and this one is the one that decides it. And they will be all smiles in Georgetown tonight as Washington has won it. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for Washington, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.